Halja. This video is specifically for you, as we were chatting and you had mentioned that you were curious about a process that I like to use occasionally. So here is my braid of 3 Waters Farm zinnias during dusk is the colorway. It is a 100% wool. It is the superfine merino, and I've had it for a long while. It's been in storage, and it's a bit compacted, and it needs to be loosened up so it's a bit easier for me to spin on when I get around to spinning it up into a project. And since I don't know what this will become when it's done, I'm going to do a few rolags, and I'll show you what those are in a moment. And to show you what I'm doing, I guess you can see I have another project over here that I've already spent a bit of time today prepping for a new spinning project. So this is my rolag process of taking a braid of roving fiber, and it is already a combed fiber, but it gets compacted when it sits for a long time. I also had to come through the US Post in a squishy bag. So as you can see, it's almost like pulling Velcro, if that makes any sense. So here's my braid. And if I want to keep the color progression in the same order, I can do that. Another thing that I've done on occasion is separate out all the colors and reorganize them and create a whole new colorway. So it really is you can run the gamut, and in the process of doing this you can create an entirely new color, but that's a whole different topic. I mean, spinning and all the things that go with spinning can be quite the rabbit hole, and all of this is a learned process of over a decade. So all right, so I have my fiber, and here we go. And I'm just separating it out a little bit just to give myself a chance to work with it a little bit. And I am literally, I have my left hand paddle, and I'm pressing it on just a little bit and pulling. Pressing it on and pulling. And I'm loading up the card. And these are just some simple, regular paddles. Nice piece of equipment. So I'm gonna say that that's good. I could do more, but maybe I'll do more because I really feel the need to do this. All right, there. This side, and the goal being get the rest of this all prepped, and I'll do a few rolags for you to see. So there's this, and I'm going to transfer it over to here, my right hand, and quite literally. I'm rocking it, and it puts it on the paddle. And what I can do is I can transfer it here. Some people keep their have designated hand paddles. I don't really do that. Really depends on my mood. So I'm going to do another comb. And I really only do 2 passes. The fiber is already in a nice, clean, straight line. So, and then what I'm going to do is there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and now you can use a stick or a dowel and make a little puni or a little rolag using that. I'm just going to gently fold it. So I basically pick it up off the tines, fold it over, and I'm rolling it back. And it's just a very relaxing process for me. And I'm just picking up these that were stuck down in the tines. And there is rolag number 1. It doesn't have to be gorgeous. It doesn't have to be beautiful or perfect. I'm not selling this. This is for my own personal use. If I were professional, the work would be a lot better, but I am not. And again, the staples on this, I'm going to say 4 inches. I happen to know my hand is 7 inches because, well, I know that. And it's nothing exciting. I wish I could be super entertaining and tell you all sorts of fascinating things. Taping myself is a very new process. And it is absolutely something I'm not comfortable with. So that's far enough. And I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do it a little differently. It ranges depending on how it feels. And it really is a feel thing. I feel, am I spinning? When you've been doing it a long time, instinct. I'm going to assume that a weaver knows when something's not right. If maybe a warp thread pops and you can't really tell it at the time, you know something's gone wrong. So I use instinct, I use feel. So, and I just pull, and I'm making certain to clear the paddle. And I pull, and I'm rocking. And you don't want to hear them on each other. You really are just gently, gently, gently pulling it. I like to use the tension. And there's number 2, and it's a lot nicer. So I've been doing this all day with another project I'm working on. So my hands are warmed up for this kind of thing. I'll do one more, and then I'm going to stop boring you. And Kalja, I hope that this satisfies your desire and love of information. Your encouragement of people to really push themselves and take their work to the next level is a crazy thing. You're quite the negotiator in that regard. Doesn't take much. Set of standard paddles that you can pick up, order. You can pick them up online or at a fiber festival when we can have fiber festivals again. Let's hope. So just fold it back. This was and this is going to mount. So, all right. I hope that this is something you enjoyed, and I hope you have a lovely Friday evening, and you have been appropriately amused. Have a good night.